had a minute or two, just to continue uh, the series on love and lust. So, in like, I could go on forever about the comparison of these two. Lust is self-seeking, and love is self-sacrificing. So, just as an example, if you're looking for a partner in life and like you have a project and you need an extra hand, and they tell you, I'm too busy. I'm too busy for that. I've got too many things to do. Maybe it's just holding the ladder so you can crawl up and put a bowl in. Something simple that really wouldn't take but 5 minutes. That's an extensive amount of time to put a bulb in. but but in comparison, like if they have a simple project and they need your help, like just drawing from personal experience, pull starting a vehicle, very pregnant, like 8 months pregnant, and the yank and the jerk of that vehicle being pulled. Like, there's sometimes when you're pregnant and baby's placenta or whatever is in an odd place, that when you laugh, when you giggle, when you hiccup, yeah. Sometimes how it's attached and how they're laying in your stomach can hurt. And definitely, it doesn't take very long to pull start a vehicle, for reals. But if you're pregnant and that pregnancy is a difficult pregnancy, and yet you get in the vehicle and that vehicle gets jerked and it hurts because the baby's placenta is attached funny and laying in your belly funny, and yet they won't hold a ladder for you to put a bulb in. That's what I'm talking about. That there is self-seeking. Whereas being pregnant, getting a vehicle pull started, and just the yank of that hurting, that's self-sacrificing, which probably was not, now that I'm learning more, like I'm learning. I'm definitely not the human being I used to be. If something similar like that there, it is a pretty big difference in sacrifice and what that means to a relationship. It should be mutual. Like, that sacrifice sacrifice should be mutual between people. And if it's not, get up and walk out. Don't stay in a relationship like that, because it's not going to get better. When a man, a boy, shows you who they are, do not think that you can change them, that you can help them. And young men especially, we need you to be men. Like, keep it in your pants until you're ready to really have a relationship and respect and love the person that you see before you. Women do change more readily than men. 99% of the time, they want to please. But if she isn't morally good, like when she thinks you're not watching, does she pick up a piece of garbage when she's walking by it? Does she help a little kid? Does she do the dishes without being asked? Like, those are things you're looking for, because if those things aren't in place, she's not going to be a good mama. And on the flip side of that, I laugh at these people who say marriage is a 50-50. That is a lie straight from the pits of hell. It is 1,000,000% in on both sides forever. Like, there's no 50-50 in marriage or in relationships. Like, if you're doing something and you probably could do it by yourself, young men. But it's just kind of nice that she's paying attention and sees your need, because she's wired to be a helper, and just steps in and holds the pipe while you finish screwing in the clip. There's a lot of things that somebody who you're considering as a partner should be. When you feel intimidated, like a young lady feels intimidated, and you as a young man see that, you step in, hold her hand. Like, you don't have to even say anything. Just your presence being there when somebody else is making her feel uncomfortable is worth $1 million. Which young men usually aren't very vocal, but see the need, look for a need in your partner. Look for their moral compass. Are they good? Are they good when they think you're not watching? Do they do the right thing? When you say, hey, I'm having trouble doing something, do they whine and complain? Or do they come over and help you? Because the whining and complaining isn't going to go away. And And young ladies, you are not going to change him unless he loves God more than he loves you. That's the only way. Because if God convicts his heart and then you say, hey, you know what? This part about you really hurt me, really hurt my feelings. Like, I've sat down and prayed about it, and like, there's definitely times where your emotions get the better of you. And then you just need to be quiet and pray about it. And find out if it really was something that you need to come back to him about and say, I think you're a little off there. Like, that's not a godly character, and it really did bother me. Or you need to suck it up, take care of your emotions, like just the other day, somebody, told me something that really was quite valuable. And for just a moment, my emotions got the better of me, and I stopped and said, is this critical criticism, or is it building criticism? Because there's 3 million worlds apart in those two things. Tearing down criticism is, aside from the person telling you that you're stupid, which has happened before, and that your ideas are stupid, and that anything that you own is stupid, anything that you're trying to build and be better at, in comparison, truth, like, not every horse is going to be whatever you put them in training for. Some horses just aren't. They're just not. They're just not going to be. Every horse isn't a cutting horse. Every horse isn't a barrel horse. Every horse isn't a rope horse. And if you're courageous enough, you can hear that and just be like, yeah, maybe we need to change fields with that horse. Like, they could be a really good trail horse or ranch horse or whatever, but they're not cut out for this particular field. And people can see things in you, and if they're honest and not critical and not like calling you stupid or calling you names or whatever, and they just sit down with you and say, the other day I noticed that you cursed, and you are a son or a daughter of the Most High King, and that kind of language is far beneath you. That's pretty constructive criticism. Like, ladies, girls, you can let that get the better of you, but you're better off to pray about it, cry some tears if you need to, suck it up, and be like, yeah, no, that's probably something I need to change. Anyhow, there's my wisdom for the day. Hope you all have a beautiful day. Be a blessing. Later.